Okay, we're streaming now. And I guess let's start. Hannah said she's not going to be here. I haven't really heard from anyone else, but I think this might be it.
Rona watches it on YouTube all the time.
Yep. I know she's our big YouTube watcher. Our reason for putting it up. Great. So we're going to continue today with our study of Shema and its blessings. And just to review quicker than we've been doing a lot of review of this, of what Shema and its blessings are. We start out with Baruch Hu and a blessing about creation, where we have Roll into Dark and El Chai V'Kayam. Then we have a blessing about revelation, God's revealing God's self to us through the Torah, and the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. Then we have Shema itself, which we're in the middle of now. After Shema, we have the blessings of redemption, which is God's saving power. So let's start out with some Hebrew. Review what we're talking about. Let's open your Siddur to page 29.
And I now have a big book, so I can see it without a magnifying glass.
Oh, excellent.
I hope. It weighs a ton, but page 26.
So I'm going to mute you, and we'll read Ahavat Olam together, and then Shema Ve'ahavta Lama'an on pages 30 and 31. We'll start on page 29.
I don't know what you said.
Okay.
Here we go, muting. Page 29, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah umitzvot Chukim umishpatim Otanu limadata Al Kain Adonai Eloheinu Bishochvenu Uvkumenu Nasiach Bechukecha V'nismach B'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha Le'olam Va'ed Ki Heim Chayenu Ve'orech Yamenu Uvahem Nehegeh Yomam Valayla Ve'ahavatcha Al Tasir Mimenu Le'olamim Baruch Ata Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Any questions, thoughts on that so far? All right, let's continue. Turn the page for Shema and Ve'ahavta. Just reading here. Or should I sing? Should I sing or should I read? You could put it in chat. Singing. Okay. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta. That's crazy. Et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha. Vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha vishinantam levanecha vidibarta bam bishivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu litotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Page 31, 6 lines down, 3 words in. Lema'an tizkaru. Lema'an tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem emet. So unmute yourselves, folks, if you'd like. I'd like to hear from you how that was for you. Reading, singing with me, Ruthie.
Unfortunately, it's like the kid who can read with their eyes closed. When we're singing it, I have it perfect. Okay. However, if I have to go and make sure I am saying each sound correctly, it's more of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And I think it's better for the purpose, not of praying in the temple, but the purpose of learning how to read Hebrew.
To read, not sing, you mean?
Not to sing, because I mean, it depends what you, I don't know, because
Yeah.
say I can do it with my eyes closed and it sounds right, but I know if I'm really looking at each thing,
Mhm. You're relying on the melody to
the
get the
melody,
words out.
exactly, or the just memory,
Mhm.
with my eyes closed, I can do it. Are you impressed?
Yeah, I am. You sound like a person who's come to a few services.
Right. No. They don't change the text, do they?
Any other comments, thoughts? Well, here's what I'd like to do today with you all. So I don't know if you have noticed this, but there are some commonalities between Shema and Ve'ahavta, what we just sang on page 30, and Ahavat Olam, what we just read on page 29. So what I'd like you to do, I'm going to put you in pairs, and I think Mike and Natalie are going to be a pair, and Teresa and Ruth are going to be a pair. So I'd like you to work on finding common phrases and ideas between the two prayers, Ahavat Olam and Shema and Ve'ahavta.
Pages
29 and 30. So you're going to probably have to keep flipping back and forth. I'll help you get started. Let's look at the first word of each. First word of Ahavat Olam, Ahavat, right? Which means love. And love sort of as a regular noun. First word of ve'ahavta, ve'ahavta, and you shall love. Love as a verb. So that's both a commonality and a difference. We have the same root. You know, if going first has some pride of place, that's got to be something very important in both of those paragraphs. So the idea of love is very important in both of them. But one is a noun, one is verb. They might be referring to something different. So now I'm going to get us started.
You want us to look at the English?
I'm lost.
I want you to look at the English,
Okay, good.
right? But look at the English. But then when you find a commonality, see if you could find it also in Hebrew after you find it in English. Maybe you could find it, maybe you can't. First do it in English. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, time for the breakout rooms. Here we go.
You want to take notes?
No.
Oh,
You take that.
I'm totally lost.